Hello, my name is Abiodun Mustafa. Welcome to my video. This is a second video to the initial video I did on how to record your first podcast with your smartphone on Anchor FM. How to record your first video on Anchor FM. So if you have not watched that video, please don't go to the notification video at the top of this particular video and you can start out to watch that video. So today I will be showing you how to publish your podcast episode on podcast platforms like Spotify, like Apple Podcasts, like Google Podcasts, like Overcast, and a couple of other platforms. So this is basically going to help you to publish your podcast just on one click and ensure that it gets to all of those platforms. So you gone are the days where you need to specially go on Spotify to upload your video, go on Google Podcasts, upload your video, go on Apple Podcasts. Just with your Anchor platform, you can simply get your podcast on all of those platforms. And when people really need to search you out, immediately they go to any of those platforms and put in your name, they can easily find you. All right, this is what I mean. For example, this is Google Podcast. If I go to Google Podcast and simply search for Abiodun Mustafa, you will see all the platforms and podcasts I've had. So these are all my episodes. I didn't have to come to Google Podcasts to upload all of those podcast editions. So I simply did everything on Anchor. So let's get started on how you can start. So what you simply do is you go to the Anchor platform where you have all of those things. So this is a particular podcast that I just date. Okay, it's not published yet. Why? Because I don't want people to listen to it. Now, whenever you don't want your podcast episode to go on diverse platforms, what you simply need to do is you simply just save it without hitting the publish button, because immediately you hit the publish button, it begins to process your podcast episode on all of those platforms. And imagine if you don't want them and you need to then delete, it will take what Anchor will tell you is they would have to process that particular deletion for about 10 days. So it takes them about 10 days. Why? Because they will need to pull your podcast episodes from Overcast, from Apple Podcasts, from Google Podcasts, from Spotify, from all of those podcast channels before it can then go off. So it will take about 10 days. So you have to be very careful before you hit the publish button. So let me just go over the process again. Like, for example, I want to record a new podcast episode and publish immediately, or maybe you choose to save first. So this is what I do. I go to my tools button, I click on the record. Hi everyone, my name is Abiodun Mustafa. I hope you had an amazing day. You're having an amazing day, and irrespective of your time zone, I hope you are having a really great moment. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to this amazing podcast, Abiodun Talks, where I share inspirational, motivational, transformational content that sets you on the right pedestal to an exceptional life. See you some other time. I remain Abiodun Mustafa. So simply I stop that. If I need to add a podcast, a background music, I just click on this. I shared this the other time. Then I can try to play this, add it to that. So immediately I play this, it includes the background and all of that into it. So let's listen. Record. Hi everyone, my name is Abiodun Mustafa. I hope you had an amazing day. You are having an amazing day, and irrespective of your time zone, I hope you are having a really great moment. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to this amazing podcast, Abiodun Talks, where I share inspirational, motivational, transformational content that sets you on the right pedestal to an exceptional life. See you some other time. I remain Abiodun Mustafa. All right, that's that. Now, what's the next thing I do? I go to save. Now, while you're trying to save, one thing you must understand is that you must try to save whether you want to add this to a previous episode or you want to just save this as a new episode. So what you simply do is you come to this settings button, then it asks you to choose an episode. So you simply say new episode, and then you can then save this. So you can save this as tests to test to publish. Then I say add recording to episode. Okay, so it then processes that test to publish, and while it does that test to publish, you will see the publish button up here. So when you are not ready to publish, don't press that button. But whenever you have done your recording, you have added the background, you've done your editing, you are pleased with it, then you click the publish button. So immediately you click on publish, it then goes to other platforms like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Overcast, and all other platforms. So this is just the simple way to get it done. So you don't need to get sophisticated material, you don't need to hire an expert, you don't need to go to travel out, you don't need to get anyone anywhere. You can do everything right on your phone. You can do everything right on your phone. So if you want to carry out an editing, you can just click on these three dots. You see edit background music. Probably you want to change the background music. You can edit the audio, whether you want to remove like all those things that has to do the I think, it seems, or you want to remove those things. You can edit the audio yourself. You can rename your podcast, and you can just right away delete from the episode. All right, so it's as simple as that. So I hope you got value from this particular session. This is the part 2 series on podcasting. Okay, so you can drop your comments. Do well to like this video, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, it's the go-to channel when you want to learn the right influence through impact tool. You want to get inspirational lessons, transformational lessons, and everything relating to personal development and the academia. So do well to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now, and see you in my next video. I remain Abiodun Mustafa. Cheers.